Good afternoon, everyone. So sorry for the delay, but welcome to Warrior Wednesday Work Break. My name is Melissa, and welcome to DYSL Studio, which is a self-love zone where yoga is a lifestyle I'm very excited to share, specifically with the African American community. We are going to do a 15-minute exercise to reset midweek so that we can finish the workday energized, start the weekend feeling like we can accomplish our goals. If you are at work and you're seated in an office seat, you can completely participate. Just sit up nice and tall with your feet firmly on the ground. If you're at a home studio, find either a comfortable seat in Sukhasana, just a gentle cross-legged seat, or if you really want to relax today, start in Superbadakanasana, meaning just open your legs, bring the soles of your feet together, and lay your torso and head on the floor looking straight up to the sky. I'm going to start in Sukhasana. And what I want us to just focus on right now is closing the eyes, breathing in and out through the nose, and just trying to focus on what our mind is thinking right now. What are the thoughts that we are having, whether it is the tone of an email we just received or an assignment that seems like it's insurmountable, or the workday commute on the way home. Whatever is starting to circulate in your mind right now, just bring attention to it. Breathing in and out through the nose. Wherever the hands are, start to just bring the palms down to a flattened surface, making sure that you can open up the fingertips, spread them nice and wide wherever they are, whether at your desk or sitting down with the hands on the knees. And just continuing to breathe, just bring attention to those thoughts. What we want to focus on right now is just 15 minutes of just clearing the mind out and clearing the body out of whatever we've been holding on to from those thoughts and feelings that we're having right now. So if you're comfortable closing your eyes, I just want you to imagine you taking a selfie of yourself right now, but it has a filter on it. And instead of seeing yourself in your form right now, you're seeing the fibers of your body. Sitting there in your seat, laying there on your mat, looking at every single fiber, whether it's your muscular fibers, your nerve fibers, your skeletal fibers, whatever you want to imagine right now. But I want you to imagine as you're breathing in and out that you're actually brushing clean those fibers of any type of emotions and sticky feelings that you might be holding on to, that you thought you let go of earlier in the day, but you notice they're still swirling away in the mind. So right now we're just going to focus on breathing for the next 2 minutes. Start to take longer inhales and exhales. And if you can, to focus your mind on the breath and what's happening in the body, and not those thoughts and emotions that you might be feeling from our workday. I want you to start to try to match the inhales and exhales. So if you're inhaling to a count of 4, I want you to exhale also for a count of 4. And we're just going to work on just sitting nice and tall, rolling up through the spine, letting the crown of our head shine towards the ceiling, dropping those shoulders, and again, keeping those fingertips nice and open, not grasping any mouse right now, closing the eyes, not looking at any screens right now. Just focusing on breathing in and out through the nose and imagining every single breath is cleansing the fibers of your body. And as you start to continue to breathe in and out with longer inhales and exhales, start to engage other parts of your body that you don't normally engage when you're breathing. Maybe really expand your belly and then bring it in close to the back of your spine when you're exhaling. Or maybe imagine lengthening through the shoulders and the top of the spine and dropping those shoulders and feeling the arms lengthen on your exhale. Again, if you're seated at a seat, like an office seat, make sure your soles of your feet are nice and firm on the toes or taking off those shoes. And just focus on the breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Starting to really feel those fibers starting to lengthen. Maybe starting to feel a bit of lightness in the body. And if any unwanted thoughts that are not the count of the breath in and out start to creep in the mind, just focus back on the breath. Imagine pushing down as you exhale, cleansing all of the fibers in your body, going down to the toes. And then the inhale is just cleansing the fibers above the heart and in the head. We're going to take 2 more minutes to breathe in and out at your own pace. Remember, this is your time that you've dedicated, just 15 minutes today. That's all we're going to do. Maybe a smile starts to creep up on the face as you start to feel lighter and less stuck. The breath has healing qualities. We just need to focus on it and give ourselves time to take deep inhales and exhales throughout the day. It makes such a difference. Continuing to breathe in and out through the nose, just 1 more minute. Allow yourself to unfold, stretching nice and tall without strain. Making sure you can bring those shoulders down away from the ears, again without strain. We just want to relax into our stretches. And with the eyes still closed, bring your palms together and bring your hands to prayer at your heart center. And press every single fingertip into each other. Really making sure that the elbows are nice and wide, pointing out at opposite ends of the body. Roll your shoulders back here. Take a nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, just separate the bottom of the palms, keeping the fingertips together, maybe pressing one into each other, the thumbs, then the pointers, middle, ring, pinky. Continuing to breathe in and out here, giving the fingers some exercise and rest and stretching from the typing or the holding that you've been doing throughout the day. On your next inhale, reach the arms up over the head, nice and easy, and just bring them apart. Palms are facing together, and just roll the shoulders down as you continue just to lift up through the fingertips. Rolling the shoulders down, lifting up. Exhale, bring the hands down and around, back to prayer, heart center. And up again on an inhale, lifting the arms, rolling the shoulders down, separating the arms here, just bending slightly over to the right now. You can drop the right hand if you want, or you can keep it up. Whatever's more comfortable for you wherever you are right now. Just start to bend and stretch through the side body. Inhale, back through center, and now tilt over to the left. Again, if you want to drop that left hand where you are, feel free. Inhale on your next breath up. Prayer the hands over the head. Exhale down. Bringing the hands to heart center. Roll the shoulders down. Drop the chin to your chest. Still with hands in prayer. Roll the neck to the right as you inhale. Exhale back down, rolling through center. Over again, left ear to left shoulder. Take an inhale here, pause. Exhale, rolling back through center all the way, right ear, right shoulder. And just look up slightly here. Right ear to right shoulder. Roll that left shoulder back, keeping the hands in prayer. Breathe in. As you exhale, let that go. Roll back down towards center. Left ear is coming to your left shoulder. Take an inhale here and just look up slightly. Roll that right shoulder back. Exhale, come back down with the head and the chin to chest. And on your next inhale, roll back up, shoulders back. And if you're seated in a chair, in an office chair, this next exercise, you're just going to start to open the chest here. So keeping the feet flat on the ground, bring your hands to the armrest. And if you don't have an armrest, you probably have some type of mechanism back here. If this feels good for you, sitting up nice and tall, just rolling your shoulders back, looking up just slightly. We want to just start to feel the chest opening, the fibers here in the shoulders starting to expand. You don't have to grip or grasp or strain to hold on to the armrest. And again, if you just feel comfortable enough, just bringing the hands to either side in an L here. And that's how we're going to do that in the chair. If you're at home, what I want you to do is bend your knees, coming out of Sukhasana. Just bend the knees, stepping the feet to the mat, and walking your fingers so that the fingertips are pointing towards the back of the mat. Rolling those shoulders back. Just sitting nice and gently here, looking up, taking a nice deep inhale, making sure that the sitting bones are connecting to the mat, and exhale. And just focus here on opening up the chest, letting those shoulder fibers release any of the tension that we've got from the day, from the week that's passed so far. Now walking the arms back towards the center of the torso, just hug your knees in. And again, if you're sitting in an office chair, you can actually do this. If you want, just bring the edges of your feet to that chair and just hug your knees in right here. Roll your shoulders up, sitting nice and tall through the spine. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, let that go. We're going to start to just twist a bit. So I'm going to start this exercise in the chair. Inhale, if you're sitting down, it's the same thing. Inhale, both arms up. And now you're going to drop your left hand towards the back of that chair. Find that grasp, and then bring your right hand over to the front of the chair. And just hold on here. You might want to look over that right shoulder as you just give your upper body a nice twist here. And your next inhale, reach both arms up. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. So use that right hand to find the back of the chair arm. Use the left arm to come across the front of the body, gripping the top of that chair arm. And now you're going to look over your left shoulder, giving yourself a counter twist. If you're on your mat right now, you can have your feet back in Sukhasana if you like, or if you'd like to come to straight legs and actually flex the feet and give those legs a rest. You're going to be doing the same thing, just twisting, bringing that right hand to point behind you, twisting over with the left, maybe it comes to the outside of the thigh, inhaling back up, and twisting over to the left, bringing the right hand to the opposite outside of the left thigh and bringing those left fingertips behind. Do that as many times as you want, moving to your breath, inhaling with the arms reaching up. Maybe in between this reaching up here, you actually give yourself a slight back bend and look up at the hands. And then as you twist the second time, maybe you can sit up a little bit taller and twist looking over that shoulder. Wherever you are, find yourself in standing position. So if you're in your chair, just stand up on the feet. If we're sitting on the mat, come to a gentle mountain pose. You're basically just going to put all the weight in both feet equally. Roll the shoulders back. Let the palms shine forward. Lift the crown of the head up, lift the spine of the head up. Start to tuck the tailbone just a bit. Really feel activation throughout your legs here. You can be stretching while you are standing, doing absolutely nothing. Feel the fingertips and the tops of the shoulders pulling in opposite directions just as you stand. Feel the crown of your head and the base of your spine pulling in opposite directions, just as you stand here. Take a nice deep inhale, lift the arms up to Sukhasana, upward salute. Bring the hands to prayer as you exhale down through heart center. Do that one more time, lifting arms, palms facing up. Inhaling to Sukhasana, upward salute, stretching down through those armpits here, really stretching up and then pulling down, not a strain, just a stretch. And as you exhale, prayer the hands, bring them to heart center. Take an inhale now and continue to go all the way down. Just bring the fingertips, maybe they might make the toes, maybe they're touching the tops of the shins, maybe they're on the mat or the floor. Give yourself a nice forward fold here. Uttanasana. You're going to bring your chin to your chest, let your head hang heavy. Maybe it feels good to grab opposite elbows here. Maybe you just want to sway from side to side. Releasing the lower back and any tension that you've had from sitting down all day. And wherever you are, continue to breathe in and out through the nose. Maybe you bring the palms down or the fingertips down and just lengthen here, stretching up to the top of the spine like a tall cat. And now as you release and exhale, maybe you slightly just roll forward and feel the stretch in the hamstrings, lengthening through, pushing the weight through the heels. Take one more inhale and exhale in Uttanasana in your forward fold. Maybe you want to fold a little bit more, bringing the torso and the head closer to the knees. Whatever you're doing, let's take care not to strain anything. We're just giving ourselves a stretch. On our next inhale, roll your body up nice and slowly, one vertebrae at a time, stacking them until you're standing nice and straight, finding yourself in mountain pose. We've got one last exercise before you're back off to work, and this is going to be a balancing, centering exercise. If you're not in a place where you can do any balancing, or if you're not in a place where you feel comfortable, feel free to just take a seat and continue to breathe throughout this 15-minute practice. If you are ready to find some balance and stability in the middle of your workday, then inhale, start to bring the weight into the left foot. We're going to prepare for a baby tree. If you're somewhere where you can do a full tree, like at home, feel free. But again, before we start to lift our right foot, we want to make sure we're rolling our shoulders back, shining our palms forward, feeling like there's a string lifting us to stand nice and tall. Put more weight into that left foot. Experiment what it feels like to lift the right foot, lifting the right toe here. And maybe you just place the inside of that right foot right above the ankle, and this is where you land for your tree. Make sure that you're opening up this hip on the right side so that the knee is pointing to the outside of your mat. And if you'd like to bring the hands to prayer at heart center, or if you'd like to lift the leg just above the knee joint, or maybe below the knee joint, feeling nice and grounded, feeling your foot pushing into the thigh pushing into the foot, also feeling your left foot pushing down into the ground as you're lifting through the crown. Breathing in and out through the nose. Nothing can knock you down. On your next exhale, lower that right foot, keeping the hands in prayer. Release the hands, lifting up, palms up, Sukhasana, upward salute. Give yourself a gentle back bend. This is the last upward salute. Exhale the hands down through prayer. And now preparing for tree on the other side, we're going to start to put the weight into our right foot. Standing up nice and tall, rolling those shoulders back, bringing the hands down into mountain pose. Starting to lift the left foot, maybe we come to the left toe, turning out that left knee. Maybe we start to inch the foot, give it some help above or below the knee joint. Pressing that left foot into the right thigh, pressing the right thigh into the left foot. Finding a center, something to look at, something to focus on. Maybe we're focusing on the breath here. Inhale the hands to prayer. Exhale, lift a little bit taller, ground a little bit more in that right foot. Maybe grow your branches of your tree even higher, making sure you're keeping those shoulders down away from the ears. One more inhale. Exhale, bring that left foot down, bring the hands down, back up into prayer. Thank you so much for taking 15 minutes of your workday to ground and reset yourself, your mind, and your body. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week and have a wonderful weekend. And whenever you need to come back to your practice, I hope you make time to do so. It's so important to make time for yourself. Namaste.